Ooh, finally it's here! Your long-awaited trip to a paradise island. You pack your bags, board the plane, land, and check into the hotel. But everything goes downhill from there. It's the worst one you've ever stayed at. And all you can do is wonder why more hotels don't have these conveniences. Better minibars. First of all, yes, they're overpriced. What's worse, there are even pressure-sensitive minibars that charge you just for picking up one of the snacks and looking at it, even if you didn't eat it. Besides that, most minibars also have little or no healthy snack options. Some hotels let guests choose what snacks they'd like to see in the room, and more should do the same. Complimentary water. Let's say you decided to splurge on those flaming hot chips in your minibar. Your tongue is on fire, tears streaming down your cheeks, and no drop of water in sight. You've already been warned not to drink from the tap in this place, so your only option is the even more expensive water in the minibar. Wouldn't it be nice to have a small bottle of complimentary water in your hotel room, since water is, a basic human necessity? Smart blinds. Falling asleep after a long flight can be tough, especially when you've crossed several time zones and you're severely jet-lagged. Blackout curtains are a must in hotel rooms. But for the best guest experience, they should have smart blinds. Nothing is sweeter than waking up and getting a little sunshine in with one tap. Or even better, with a voice command. TV with Netflix. Remember when we used to watch only what a limited number of channels were showing? Scary times, I know. Nowadays, we have all kinds of movies and shows available to us anywhere at any time. In the 21st century hotel, there should be at least SmartTV to connect to all your favorite streaming services. And I wouldn't say no to complimentary Netflix service either. Pillow choice. While I do appreciate a nice designer touch to the room I'm staying in, I love good sleep even more. And the last thing I want when I'm living it up on vacay is a pillow that gives me neck pain the next morning and ruins my whole day. Some hotels have different pillow options with varying softness and even scent. It's a pity more don't. White noise machine. But what if even the best pillows in the world don't help you fall asleep? Then you can find relief in a good white noise machine. It's much more comfortable to fall asleep to the soothing sounds of ocean waves or distant thunder. Global outlet. You've arrived at a hotel in another country. Your phone with your whole itinerary, tickets, and maps is down to the single digits in the battery. You unpack your charger, only to see the prongs look nothing like the socket in the wall. Uh-oh. Hotels should already have global outlets and adapters. This way, you can arrive from any place in the world and be sure your device will never run out of juice. Local smartphone. The worst thing is when you go to another country and find out that your phone doesn't work there at all. Good thing is that a lot of hotels today are already putting a local working smartphone for you in the room. Loaded with maps, train schedules, and guides, the phone is yours to take and use during your stay. Modern key replacement. Forget the old clanky room keys or those key cards you either lose or they stop working at least once a day. Hotels are starting to use cell phones as digital keys. An app uses Bluetooth to connect to the locks, and with just one tap, you can open your room or get access to the pool. Keycard access to elevators. If a hotel is going to have key cards, they should at least limit elevator use to those who have one, guests and staff, as an additional security step. Even better, include it in the app. Handsfree room tech. The remote control and light switches are some of the dirtiest things in a hotel room. Cleaning staff wipe down the obvious stuff, make the beds and so on, but remotes and switches are often neglected. How about we make all electronics voice-activated or at least smartphone-activated? It wouldn't hurt to stay as germ-free as possible. Robo service. You order some room service, and shortly after, you hear a knock at the door. You open to see an adorable little robot delivering your food. Yes, this technology already exists in hotels that seem to be living in the 22nd century. Implementing robot technology can make service much faster and free up some time for overworked hotel staff. Plus, many guests will probably feel safer opening the door to a robot. Unless it's an evil robot sent by a mad scientist just down the hall – printer. The main reason we have conference halls and meeting rooms in hotels is for business visitors. So it makes sense to have simple printers available to all guests in the rooms. Whether you need to print out cue cards for a presentation or you're just a vacationer needing to print your boarding pass, a printer can be helpful for any kind of guest. Iron or steamer. Anyone who's walking into a hotel room probably has their clothes packed like sardines into a suitcase. I'm willing to bet wrinkly garments are an annoyance for most guests, especially for those business people I just mentioned. Yet almost no hotels have an iron or steamer. At this point, these things should be a room standard. Toothpaste and mouthwash. Mouthwash? I meant to say mouthwash, but mouthwash is funnier. Anyway, they provide most of your basic toiletries – shampoo, soap, conditioner, sometimes even lotion. But why don't more hotels hook you up with some free dental hygiene essentials too? Hey, especially when so many travelers get their toothpaste and mouthwash confiscated at the airport. Hairdryer. I know, there's usually a hairdryer in the bathroom. But come on! Anyone who couldn't fit their own hairdryer into their luggage knows the struggle of trying to use the hotels. Somehow, in the 21st century, we cannot get a normal functioning blow dryer in a hotel bathroom. Jeez! Library. Unexpected item on this list, but much needed for bookworms. A small international book collection open for borrowing can be a great addition to the hotel experience. Or how about a way to borrow an electronic copy of your favorite book on vacation? There could also be city guides, phrase books, you name it. EV chargers. As the world moves to more eco-friendly and sustainable ways to travel, more and more electric and hybrid cars hit the road every day. Hotels all over the world should have the amenities to support this growing technology. Unfortunately, only a limited number of hotels have EV chargers to keep those vehicles juiced up and going. Wi-Fi. Yes, nowadays it's hard to find a hotel that doesn't have an available Wi-Fi connection. The problem is that a lot of them charge extra for the slowest internet connection ever. Or it has a limited use time, so you don't even get a chance to do that much with it once you're online. Worse is when it's all that, plus it works only in certain areas. When not all phones work internationally, good Wi-Fi is a must. On-site mail service. You broke the bank on souvenirs and there's not enough room in your bag to take them with you. Instead of making the tough decision to leave some clothes behind or get another suitcase, there should be a special box where you can put all the items you need to be shipped to your house. Rent a pet. Listen, we've all been far from home on a trip, and it does get pretty lonely on the other side of the planet. Some hotels already have a rent-a-fish program where, for a small price, you can have a goldfish to keep you company in your room. But what about a cat or a small dog? With an option to adopt them at the end. Hey!